Hello everyone, welcome back to AutoTrendTV. This is VIPRAAJESH from AMBAL Auto Maruti Suzuki showroom in DHARAPURAM today. I am here with the BS6 compliant Maruti Suzuki S-Cross base level Sigma variant, and I'm going to take you through all the features available on this entry level model. First of all, it is pretty easy to identify that this is the base model because compared to the second level Delta model, this variant loses a lot of features. That said, this base level Sigma variant still provides quite a lot of standard features such as the nicely detailed projector headlamps and the dual barrel-like design. While this base model does not get LED DRLs, it still gets chrome-finished front grille, making even this base level model look a bit premium. However, you can see that this base model does not get front fog lamps, despite offering all-round body cladding, along with the dual horn setup clearly visible inside the front grille. It is also pretty surprising to see that this base level variant also gets a silver finished skid plate, and just adding the front fog lamps will totally transform the front look of this base level model. From the sides, it is clear that this is the base model thanks to the absence of the full wheel covers. As standard, while all variants except for the top spec variants get 16-inch wheels, it is only this base level Sigma variant which gets plain looking 16-inch steel wheels without even full wheel covers. However, apart from that, everything else is present, including body colored ORVMs, body colored door handles and silver finished skid plates even on the side along with full body cladding. That said, no roof rails are available on this base level model. Coming to the rear as well, this base level model does not get LED tail lamps and instead gets rather ordinary bulb type tail lamps. All variants of the Maruti S-Cross now get SHVS smart hybrid system as standard. However, this base level Sigma variant does not provide a rear windshield wiper washer or defogger or a reverse parking camera, while 4 reverse parking sensors and a silver finished skid plate are offered as standard. It is now clear that this base level variant of the S-Cross does not look basic at all. Now let's get inside this car. Yes folks, I'm right now inside the BS6 compliant Maruti Suzuki S-Cross base level Sigma variant, and this is how the interior looks like. Despite being the most base level variant of the S-Cross range, you still get a lot of standard features which are going to be essential and are very utility focused. For example, you get all 4 power windows as standard along with the locks for the doors and windows, and there's also electronically adjustable ORVMs as standard. So that is pretty nice. And other things which you get as standard includes the superb quality of materials, which is surprising for any Maruti Suzuki car. Definitely the Maruti Suzuki S-Cross is the best built Maruti Suzuki car ever, and the interior clearly speaks of that. The steering wheel of course is of the older design similar to that seen on my Maruti Suzuki Ertiga. However, the instrument cluster is significantly different, but still this is a non-digital instrument cluster with only a monochrome MID at the center. But this being the BS6 compliant petrol S-Cross, you get the smart hybrid system as standard as well, along with automatic engine start stop, for which the button is located on the right side. And talking about the build quality and materials again, you get soft feel and soft touch plastics on the dashboard even on this base level S-Cross, which is pretty surprising. This is actually a premium feature and I really love the soft feel of the dashboard over here. And you also get the silver finished outlining for the center console and the AC vents as standard as well. Apart from this soft touch area, everything else is also pretty nicely built. You get to see this soft feel plastic. This is still a hard plastic, but once you feel this actually feels much better. And that is also the fabric padding on the door armrest as well, even on this base level variant. So that is pretty nice in terms of overall interior plastic quality and consistency. The fit and finish is also pretty good. And talking about equipment again, you get dual airbags as standard along with all wheel disc brakes, ABS with EBD, ISO fixed child seat mounts for the rear seats as well, along with projector headlamps, which is also standard on this base level variant. In terms of steering adjustment, you only get tilt adjustment. There is no telescopic adjustment. That is available only on the highest spec variants. However, you get manual air conditioning as standard. That said, there is no center armrest or rear AC vents on this base level variant. Basically, no variant of the S-Cross gets rear AC vents, which is of course a usual thing now. But instead of the center armrest at the center over here, you get a massive cubby hole, which you can use pretty much for storing everything because it is so big and large. And you get the standard cup holders over here. There is also the storage pocket over here with a 12-volt charging socket. That said, there is no infotainment system or audio system. You only get the provision for an audio system and speakers. That said, talking about the speaker scenario in this base level S-Cross, You obviously get the provision for fitting tweeters over there on the further ends of the dashboard top. However, this here is also likely a provision for another speaker for a center mounted dashboard speaker, so that also can be utilized if you want. However, you don't get an audio system. You can obviously fit any sort of size and quality audio system over here in this provision. The storage spaces remain exactly the same with the large glove box, and coming to the roof, you get a day-night adjustment for the IRVM as standard, along with these individual front cabin lights. That said, there is also another centrally mounted cabin light which is available as standard. Now coming to the sun visors, of course these are exactly the same as seen on my Ertiga. So you get the driver sun visor without a vanity mirror, whereas only the passenger side sun visor gets a vanity mirror, which is pretty nice. However, this entry-level Sigma variant does not get driver seat height adjust, which is of course as we expected, so no surprise over there. And basically that's it. Well, yeah, I'll like to show you the key of this car. So this here is the remote central locking key of the S-Cross Sigma variant. This is exactly the same key we have been seeing for the last decade from Maruti Suzuki. Even my Ertiga, which is almost 10 years old, has the exact same key. So only the higher spec variants of the S-Cross gets push button start with smart key access, but this base level variant gets this exact same Suzuki key. Nothing to worry about that. Basically that's all about the front part of the cabin. Let's just take a look at the rear seats. This is how the dashboard of the Maruti Suzuki S-Cross base level Sigma variant looks like from the rear seat. Honestly, while the dashboard looks pretty simple and neatly designed, the interior quality is still pretty good with a lot of premium touches and especially the soft touch materials on the dashboard as well, despite being the base level variant. Now talking about the rear seats, these have been really good on all variants, so that is exactly the same case over here. You get really good amount of under thigh support, and legroom is also pretty fantastic, despite the driver seat being adjusted for my height, which is 5'11" for reference. Even this base level variant gets back seat pockets for both the seats, and despite not having a center armrest, you get two adjustable headrests for both the passengers, along with ISOFIX child seat mounts, which is a part of the standard NEXA safety package. Apart from this, just like the front doors, the rear doors also get the soft fabric padding, the aluminium finish, and no AC vent of course. However, the rear seat passengers get this large storage pocket over here, which is pretty good. The overall legroom and headroom is pretty fantastic, and this centrally mounted light also provides illumination for even the rear seat passengers. That's all about this. Now let's take a look at the boot space. The S-Cross has a crossover-like body style as against to an upright, boxy SUV-like stance. Still, it provides 375 liters of overall luggage space, which is more in the range of compact SUVs. This base-level Sigma variant does not provide a rear parcel shelf. However, the boot itself is rather well-shaped with rather deep pockets on either side, convenient for storing your smaller items. Despite being the base level Sigma variant, this car also offers 60/40 split folding rear seats as standard, and once you fold flat the rear seats, you get to see an almost flat loading bay, which can be very useful to load your large luggage utilizing the full 810-liter capacity. Opening the boot floor will reveal a full-size 16-inch spare wheel with a full-size 215-section tire, matching the wheel and tire size on this car. And yes, all the tools are present over here itself. It is also worthy to note that the higher spec variants of the S-Cross also get a recline function for the second row seats. So that was all about the boot space. Now let's take a look at the engine bay before we conclude this review. Opening the engine bay of the Maruti Suzuki S-Cross BS6, you get to see the very same 1.5-litre K-Series 4-cylinder smart hybrid system equipped petrol engine, producing 105 PS of maximum power and 138 Nm of maximum torque. While the higher variants are also available with the option of a 4-speed torque converter automatic transmission, the standard 5-speed manual gearbox itself is pretty slick and smooth. The refinement is also pretty great, and this engine is capable of returning up to 18 km per litre. This engine is also seen under the bonnet of the XL6, Ertiga and the Ciaz. That was a quick walk-around review of the base-level Sigma variant of the Maruti Suzuki S-Cross. Yes, compared to some modern rivals, even the top-spec variants of the S-Cross does not provide as much fancy features, and it definitely does not look like an SUV. But the remarkable point of the S-Cross is the solid build quality, premium materials on the inside, great space and comfort, along with the potent 1.5-liter engine. It also provides all the features except for an audio system. Overall, at this price point, the base level Sigma variant of the S-Cross is really a great value for money deal, especially if you are not into boxy SUV-like designs or fancy features. So, meanwhile, this is VIPRAAJESH signing off. See you on another video. Thank you for watching.